Hi amazing people, welcome to this training video on how to use pathways. Now as the outgoing EDA director, I noticed that many people have the same question. Come July 2020, what happens to the old CC manuals? Those booklets we used to carry around doing our speeches. Now Toastmasters has encouraged us to use the pathways and go through the pathways, and not many I can say are still acquainted with it. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to navigate pathways. So once you've chosen your path, these are the tasks you'll do to actually progress through your Toastmasters career. Let's start. So I'm first on my Google Chrome. You can use a web browser you're familiar with. I will then type in the Toastmasters International website, but I prefer going into Google. It is toastmasters.org, but I'll prefer going into Google and doing a search. You will get a screen, the home page. You will then click on the login. By logging in, you'll put your email address and your password. Okay, in summary, every assignment will follow the same flow. Okay, you'll start off with assessing your skills before. That's the first thing. So it's a questionnaire that you fill in based on your competencies on where you're at the moment. After that, it will give you all the content on how to complete your assignment. You can choose to print this out, or you can view it on your computer. And then on the third part, which is the most important part in my eyes, is your evaluation. So on your evaluation, this is the actual evaluation that you will print out to give to your evaluator. And the fourth thing and the last one is your skills afterwards. What and how do you evaluate your own skill set after you complete it? How comfortable you are. So those are the four, in summary, the four parts of your assignment. Okay, great stuff. I'm logged in. You will notice you're logged in when you see your name and the welcome in yellow. To start off, you will click on Pathways, and you'll choose your path if you've not chosen your path. Now there is videos on how to choose your path. It's not very difficult. You just go through a series of questions, and once you answer the questions, Toastmasters will give you basically a suggestion on what path you should take. Now I've already chosen my path, so I'm going to go to Basecamp. Now, go to Basecamp is where you'll always start when you want to go into your pathways journey. I would suggest to Toastmasters, I think I should actually email them this, that they should put this go to Basecamp as a button on top, seeing that you'll be using it all the time. So let's click on go to Basecamp. Okay, once on Basecamp, you will see that you've got your path that you've chosen. Now I've chosen effective coaching, and once you got the path, if you got the name there, then you know you're on the right page. Okay, so I know I'm on the right page because I see my path. I will then say open curriculum. So I'll click on the button open curriculum, and after some loading, it will give you where you're at. So I'm currently on level 2. I'm just going to quickly show you how level 1 looks like. Now, level 1, because I completed it, it shows a tick 1, 2, and 3. The last step of completion is to click the launch button. So once you click the launch button, it will change its status to say completed. There is a guide when you click on it, and once it's completed, your VPE will get the notification. That notification that the VPE gets, they'll authorize it and they'll confirm it that you actually completed your speeches, and then you will get a button called View Certificate. Now let's start with level 2 and launch level 2. Okay, once it loads, you will have a screen that looks like a slideshow. Now the way to navigate is to use the grey arrows on the right and left. The other alternative way is to use the quick scrolling at the bottom. I will show you using the second method how to use the slideshow and how to actually use the quick view, which is much more easier. So let's start on the longer method on using the grey arrows on the right and left. Now to begin with, you will get an assignment that gives you all the checklists. When you click on the next, it'll ask you to assess your skills before you actually start this project. Now I'm going to go through this quickly and I'm going to choose 3 for each one just to go through this exercise. But this is a good part for you to assess your actual skill level before you perform your speech. So once you complete all the questions, you will have the option to now submit. And that submit button will only be active if you answered all the questions. Notice you will get a feedback to say that you have completed the section. When I click on the right arrow by going next, it shows the competencies and it just gives a summary of all the competencies. Depending on the pathway that you have been assigned, you will then get a questionnaire asking you about your personality traits or where you're at in your speaking career. In my case, I'm doing a leadership style discovery. I will quickly submit this because I've already answered all the questions. And it will give you an outcome of what type of leader or speaker you're at. As you can see in my side, I have an innovative leadership style. It will then give you an overview of the material of what you've answered, and you can read through that as background reading just to understand your traits a little bit better. You can review and also apply the tips that's provided to you based on your leadership style or the personality traits or your speaking style. After that, you can notice that you got a more icon. Now that more icon gives you more detail on the slide before clicking on the right icon. Now comes the evaluation, and in my view, the evaluation is the most important page. This is the project page that you will give to your evaluator. In the past, you would have this at the back of your CC manual. In this case, this will have to be printed out and given to your evaluator. Once it's printed, you will notice that you can either take your laptop with you to the meeting and let the evaluator edit it directly on your laptop or tablet, but I just think it's much more easier or safer to rather print it out and then scan it in to your VPE if they require it. I normally save it according to the levels and then the assignment in that particular level. Note that this form does not have to be uploaded anywhere on the Toastmasters website. So currently, as in 2020, we're not required to actually upload this, but your VPE might require you to provide some form of proof that you actually did your speech, and the evaluation form would be the best bet. Once you complete your assignment, you will then get an opportunity to actually assess your skills after you performed your assignment. And this is the same questionnaire you actually did before. It will now just give you some feedback on how you believe you performed after doing the assignment. And naturally, you expected that you might have improved in some parts, and then you can see your before and your after. Once clicking on the next arrow, you'll be congratulated, and you can see that you've actually completed the assignment. Once you complete it, you will have to go out of the tab, and once you go out of the tab, you will go back to your Pathways Basecamp. Now this dashboard will be updated, and you will see a tick to show that the assignment is complete. Note that even though you completed it, the Toastmasters website doesn't actually verify if you actually completed your assignment or not. So it'll be based on you and your evaluation form that you actually give it to your VPE and actually confirm that you confirmed it. Once your VPE confirms it, they will confirm on their end that you actually completed your assignment. Let's move on to the second method on how you can navigate the slides. This method is much more quicker, and once you're familiar with the first one, you might want to use this method because it allows you to quickly navigate through the slides using the drop-down. This is explained in the beginning of the video, and I repeat, it gives you all the main points on where you'd want to navigate. So if you quickly want to print your evaluation form, you just click on the evaluation part, and then your evaluation screen will pop up. There you get an option to then print your evaluation resource, which you'll give to your evaluator. Once again, you will save it and print it out. Once you completed your assignment, you can go into the last drop down and assess your skill, and you will then be able to complete this assignment by clicking on the submit button. Remember to go out of here, there's no back button. You will have to go out of the tab, and once you go out of the tab, you will then go back to your Basecamp dashboard. Notice there was a tick on the first one. Now when I went on the second assignment, there's a tick on the second one because I completed that assignment too. Notice your VP will require you to provide the evaluation form for you to then complete the complete level. I hope this training was helpful and you learned something, and I wish you luck on your journey as you continue your Toastmasters speaking career using the new Pathways method.